going to be magical. How excited are you guys? I am very excited. Okay, let's see what this book's all about, shall we? Do you know how dragons got their fire? Do you? It all began once upon a magic kingdom when a fearsome dragon stalked the land. The dragon was mean, scary, and evil, or so the story said. One day, two brave children called Freya and Silas set out to stop him for good. But when they found the dragon, he wasn't quite what they expected. Guys, let's go on the journey. Once Upon a Dragon's Fire by Beatrice. Okay, let's do this. Ready? Okay, look at this beautiful illustration. Okay. Once upon a magic kingdom, before fire ever existed, there lived a terrifying dragon near a village. No one had ever seen the dragon, but everyone knew all about him. Guys, once upon a time, there was a magical kingdom where fire never existed. Okay. For it was written in books that he was so mean he ate kittens for breakfast, guys. He was told that dragons were mean. He was so scary he made children scream. And he was so evil that he blew huge storms out of his jaws, which was why it was always so cold. Everyone was scared of the dragon. Everyone was scared, guys. Look at the village people. They are very cold. Everyone was scared of the dragon. Everyone except for Freya and Silas. They loved reading stories about the dragon out loud to each other. I'm not scared, Silas would say when Freya spoke of the dragon's roar, which was so loud it destroyed roofs. I'm not scared either, Freya would say when Silas read about the dragon's long, sharp claws and terrifying teeth. Reading about the dragon was their favorite thing to do. Reading about the dragon was their favorite thing to do, guys. They are not scared. They are not scared at all. One bitter winter day, a big storm began to blow. It was so cold that all the warmth left the town, and no one could bring it back, guys. That's one wintry storm. This storm must be the dragon's fault, Silas said. Enough is enough, Freya answered. We have to do something. Both of them were agreed. This bad dragon must be stopped. Guys, I think they agreed to something. So, the two of them set off up the high, windy mountain. Now, when they got to the top, they found a cave. Two big yellow eyes shone out from the dark. I'm not scared, Silas whispered. They stepped inside. And they saw the dragon. But he didn't have long, sharp claws. He didn't have terrifying teeth. And he didn't roar so loudly that roofs were destroyed. Guys, they saw the dragon. The dragon's there. And it doesn't look terrifying. In fact, this dragon wasn't scary at all. He was just cold, scared, and very, very lonely. to help him, said Freya. Guys, Mr. Dragon looks very, very scared. Oh, we need to help him. Look at how Freya's hugging him, and Silas too. Freya and Silas knew that when they felt sad or lonely, there was one thing that always made them feel better. So they snuggled close to the dragon and began to read. But then Silas realized something terrible. Guys, I think they're about to read a story to dragon. Every story that they knew said dragon was evil. But that's not true, said Silas. Then Freya had an idea. What if we make up a new story? She said. What if we make up a new story for Mr. Dragon? Once upon a magic kingdom, there lived a very beautiful dragon, Freya said. Everyone loved him because he was kind. He always reminded people to stay together and be good to one another. As Dragon listened to the new story, the warmth started to grow deep in his chest. The more Freya and Silas talked, the warmer and warmer he got, until da-da-da, da-da-da, the warmth, guys, the warmth burst out of him in flames. It was the first time a dragon had ever breathed fire, guys. The love and the kindness was so warm that it was the first time a dragon had ever breathed fire. With his new power, Dragon flew down the mountain to protect everyone in the town from the mighty storm. He warmed up all their homes, guys. There they go, shaving everyone. And their heart. Guys, he warmed up all their homes and their hearts. Guys, everybody's welcoming him. Everybody's welcoming this warm, beautiful dragon. And they are so glad and they are so very grateful. From that day on, dragons carry fire inside to remind us of something very important. That we can only truly discover something with our own eyes, and even on the coldest days, a spark can come from something as tiny as a new story. Oh, that is so true. That is so true. Okay, let's repeat this beautiful one, shall we? That we can only truly discover something with our own eyes. And even on the coldest days, a spark can come from something as tiny as a new story. To Jen, Mare, Freya and Elle, who showed me the first real dragons, and to Danny and my friends in Montreal for building new stories together even on the coldest days. What a beautiful story, guys. I love this. I love this and I love this sentence, and I would like to dedicate this book, this lovely warm book, to our beautiful Mona, to our beautiful Nina, to our beautiful little girls Messi and Fliss, and to Rebecca, to everybody, to Pranoti, to everybody who always tune in for story. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much to Como, to everybody who tunes in. And remember that even on the coldest days, a spark can come from something as tiny as a new story. Wow, thank you so much for this beautiful, beautiful book, Beatrice. Once Upon a Dragon's Fire by Beatrice.